What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Munch Bros in the Nerdverse. It's me, Blasphemous, one of your hosts. Also joining me,
Tank Girl.
And the Doctor.
Dr. Cheese.
Dr. Cheese. Dr. Cheese, can you get me a special guest?
Well, I have developed a technological thing.
Technological.
Okay. Yes. It is people transportamulator.
Ooh, sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, get us somebody.
Now, let me go ahead and dial in. Ah, there we go.
Hacker Man.
Okay.
Holy shit! How'd I get here?
I transportamulated you.
Doctor, who did you bring?
You want to introduce me to your friends, Doctor?
Artemedium is a expert in all things magical.
Magical.
More or less.
Magic.
Magic.
Yes, where technology fails, magic
You know.
is needed.
It was beautiful. I don't think anybody's sang on this podcast. Congratulations, you're the first. That's great. Well, I mean, it already sounds fun. I think you made a good pick.
Well, welcome to the Nerdverse.
We are in the
Thank you for
Nerdverse.
having me.
Yeah.
If there's anything special you want to talk about tonight, let us know.
Alright, I'll just wing it then.
Winging it.
That's how we always do it.
We like to
wing
wing it.
Yeah.
So, how was your week? Anything special?
Well, I worked, which was really nice. You know, it's so nice to go back to work.
Working girl.
And me and Blasphemous decided we are going back to the gym.
No more being fat for me.
No more being fat for either of us.
I know, we're becoming two fatties.
And also,
well.
I get a tattoo tomorrow.
And what are you getting?
I am actually getting Sailor Moon and all the Sailor Scouts symbols.
In like a circle.
Yeah.
Wow-wee.
So it's going to be Sailor Moon's crescent moon in the middle, and then I'm going to try to get her to do it from when she meets each Sailor Scout. So it'll be Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn.
You heard it here, nerds. She is an actual nerd.
You heard it
And
here,
then
nerds.
eventually I'll get little Chibi Moon next to Sailor Moon. The little pink crescent
And some,
moon.
My
some
12-year-old
kitties.
self is so jealous of you right now.
Dude, my 12-year-old self is like, yes, I'm getting this tomorrow. I waited 2 months for this thing.
You heard it here, folks. Tank Girl will have Uranus on her body permanently.
Forever.
Your anus will be on her forever.
God, why do you gotta make it so bad?
That's my job.
Suck.
Doctor, anything special with you this week?
Well, I've been exploring the science of music with some visits to Artemedium.
That's true. That is very true. Messed around. Did a lot of singing.
They're singing songs.
We had to take breaks. It heard her voice.
We
Yeah.
did it all night long. We just sang songs.
Did
I was
he,
about to bust my voice module.
did he
my
show
voice.
you smoke?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that
many times.
beautiful?
The doctor is
absolutely.
writing a song.
Or
wrote a song.
yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
he showed me smoke, and of course, Little Monkey loves that song.
That's our baby.
Everyone knows who Little Monkey is.
I'm letting her know.
Oh, we call her Little Monkey, but he's the doctor sings her that song, and she is in awe.
And she calms down if she's crying.
So that's like her song, but also he has a song. It's Monkey's song. It's called something different, but we're not going to put her name out there. So.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's nothing quite like just jamming. You know what I mean?
Right?
See, I'm not a musician. I'm a dancer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've danced most of my life. So when of course, Blasphemous, he plays guitar, Doctor plays guitar,
Yeah.
and sings. So it's like, to me,
I can't play an instrument to save my life.
Oh, neither can I. I do it, I'm like, But no, I'm in the music world. I'm more of a dancer, so that's just
awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm too fat to dance now.
Whatever.
I'm actually 40 pounds overweight, if you can believe it.
You.
It's after baby weight.
when Blasphemous and I get together to play guitar, we're just like, we can't. Ems plays like the slows.
Can't do it. We end up playing like two different things, and then it cancels each other out.
Slow down. I had to keep. He kept speeding up, and I was just like.
I'm sorry, I'm fast.
That's the metal.
Well, we were
in him.
also attempting to do like 7 verses of Hallelujah, like the full like together.
It's such a journey.
I love the Doctor, but when I first met him, that's all he ever fucking played, and I was so sick of it. I look at him, tell him, "Shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear Hallelujah again."
I'm a huge Leonard Cohen fan, but I get sick. It's just so overplayed. It's overplayed.
It really is.
I mean, it's not that I don't like the song. I still like the song.
It is a great song. It has a great meaning. It just he's
done better stuff in my personal opinion.
How it's played is good, but it's overplayed. Everybody and their moms want to sing Hallelujah.
I was gonna say everybody's covered it.
Yeah, but it's a difficult song for the arrangement that I learned it, and you have to play it a million times when it's a difficult arrangement.
That's true. We were doing harmonies and stuff. We made it all fun.
Well, for the past quarantine, he would come here and play Neon, and all I hear was Neon, Neon. I'm like, God damn it! And then that'd be in my head for 2 weeks. I'm like, God damn it, Doctor, I hate you.
You just created a measurement of time in that sentence.
Yeah.
The measurement of time is a quarantine.
Entire quarantine.
I am smart.
That is great.
I like it.
Oh, man.
We're off to a good start.
How about, I would like Artemedium to tell us more about her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
that
us
would be
about
great.
yourself.
Get into your nerdy things. That'd be great.
Yeah,
You told me something outside, but I can't say it because it's
what
hers.
makes you nerd?
I think it's cool.
Well, I'm a nerd about a lot of different things actually, but in general, lately, my newest in the last few years or so, latest thing has been like the occult and such.
That's cool.
Yeah. But that ranges from everything from philosophy to Zen Buddhism and stuff like that. The chakra end of things.
Oh, that's really cool.
To the more complicated actual ceremonial magic and talk about Aleister Crowley and stuff like that. It's I've met some amazing people. I've met some crazy drug addicts, but I've also met some really amazing people.
But it's the actual
math and everything, though.
Yeah,
even playing music, me and the Doctor came across plenty of crazy drug addicts.
So it's actually the math behind Doctor Strange.
Well, I have not been on your guys' level of crazy meetings, but I've done my crazy, and that's because my family is nuts.
Right? You know?
We love them, though.
Yeah,
yeah, totally.
Love you, Penny Lane. I know you're listening.
Oh, yeah, we always gotta... Oh my God! Oh my God! That's what she does, and then we're gonna get her on his show, and gonna see how many times we can make her say that.
Oh my God!
Now remember, guys, olives don't go on enchiladas.
They don't, Penny Lane. They are disgusting, and it's a white person thing.
It is a white person. It is such a white person thing.
And it's so funny because we're all white.
Well, but I don't eat them like that. It's disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting that you would do that. Penny Lane, you're on my shit list for that.
No, but she doesn't even put them just on top. She puts them inside.
Yeah, she puts olives in her enchilada.
I can tolerate it on top because I can always scrape it off.
Yeah, and it's
she's wrong.
All right, as a garnish, okay, because you can scrape it off.
Right.
They're purists. You gotta do everything right.
I'm a chef.
Okay, you appreciate it.
We'll all appreciate food in this house.
That's why we're so fat.
It's going away.
Slowly but surely.
I can still do the truffle shuffle, and I'm not skinny enough.
I will drink a sugary beverage to that.
Dude, yes. Oh, yeah. You tell us what you brought. Yeah. You brought us some drinks.
You brought us some drinks. So
I just happened to have them on me while I was transporting.
So
I mean, there's
Your
a
luck.
there's a reason why we have this kind of stuff for our
weekly
weekly
our-
chug.
Our
We don't
beer
have to go in depth, but like
our beer generator is
we don't do beer to this.
needing repair.
Yeah.
There we go.
So our beer generator is broken.
Twist off.
So we are going to try these new ones that Artemedium have brought for us, and you can just. And I'm really excited to see what you brought for us. I'm not a big ginger fan, but
Okay,
I'm
well,
still.
sorry, guys.
Ginger
They didn't have
as
what I wanted
in
to
the
bring,
food,
honestly.
please.
They didn't have what I wanted.
No. Okay. So what's the first one we're trying? Just let us know.
Well, the one that's in front of me here is the Reed's ginger beer, craft ginger beer.
Is it the extra?
Yeah, I
or-
got the extra. Okay, so
extra.
extra. So the extra, you're not gonna want that at all.
Well, we're.
Okay, well.
But the thing is
We're going
we
to.
still
This
try.
is the most gingery.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
this
you don't
is
wanna
gonna
wait
be
till last.
great.
Let's go from subtle to most. How about that?
Tank Girl is something you should know. Tank Girl does not like ginger. I don't like it either.
Because I want to see.
She's
I
way
want to see
worse.
what people's reaction. Okay, so let's start with the other one. Let's go to the other
Okay.
extra. Okay, so let's start with the hops one.
Hops,
Hop water.
hop water.
So I've never had this before.
Okay.
So I have no idea what this is gonna taste like, y'all.
It's
So
twist
let's
off.
see, how
Well,
does
okay,
this
so most
work?
of the beers we drink on here, or most of the drinks we try on here, we've never had before.
Well, there we go.
So
It's always something new here.
it's always something new.
So this is
This is sparkling,
unsweetened,
unsweetened,
0 calories, 0 alcohol.
zero alcohol. So it's not even like a non-alcoholic beer that has like 1%.
No, this
has
is
like
no.
None
It says
whatsoever.
straight up there contains no alcohol.
Yeah. So
And it's 0 everything.
It's like hop flavored sparkling water is what I'm guessing.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, well,
I
that
don't know
should.
if that's gonna be good or not.
It doesn't
Try
say like where it's from, but hey, I'm down to try. 'Cause I always
Alright.
try to plug people,
Right.
especially if we're drinking their stuff.
Well, hold on. It says craft brewed with. Oh, never mind.
That's all it is. It's craft
Yeah,
brew,
doesn't
hop
say
water,
what it
whatever
is.
that is. I'm gonna give it
All
a
right.
smell.
So,
Okay.
cheers,
Ooh,
you
it
guys.
smells like
Cheers.
hops.
Smell like hops. Cheers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cheers
Cheers.
to hops.
You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna like the hop flavor.
Cheers to hops.
Oh yeah, cheers. Do it. I'll do it right here.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh my gosh, I like that.
That's actually really refreshing.
Wow, I was.
I
not
want to keep
expecting
drinking that.
I want to keep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
that's like.
Actually,
super-
this is the one I wasn't expecting to like.
So
Really?
when
I
you
like
get a
this.
beer that's hoppy, you get that smell, like what it smelled like. But when you drink it, it's so bitter. Like it makes you go, "Oh, that is hoppy." This,
that is
doesn't have
this
so
is no.
refreshing.
Yeah.
You can
Zest.
actually drink hops, like, and it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
That's like
Great.
super refreshing. I really like how the aftertaste is because it just seems like you're drinking water, but it's sparkling water.
Oh, it's
Oh,
called
H2 hops.
H2 hops.
H2 hops.
With the 2 by the O, so look at H2O.
This is really good. This
Wow.
is like
I have a new favorite now.
okay. So
It's
I
added to
can
my list
I
of
can
things.
imagine me drinking this next to the pool while sunbathing. You know, like watching my kids play in the pool, and I'm just drinking this.
And-
It'd be like, no, officer,
hot.
it's not alcoholic. It's just sparkling water.
Could you imagine?
with hops.
Could you imagine if this was like even colder than it is?
Oh my god! If this was
Yeah.
You could, even though it's
No,
even though
but
it's
this
carbonated,
would-
you could chug it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can find it on h2ops.com.
Okay, h2ops.com.
oh my god!
And
I'm
Whole
like
Foods.
Do they say where they're from?
Whole
Doctor?
Foods.
It's Whole Foods.
I looked on it. I can't.
Whole Foods. It's a Whole Foods brand. Like
no,
they
but
make it?
I don't
No,
think
they
that
sell it at
they
Whole
sell
Foods.
it there. That's where
Okay,
I
just
got
get it at Whole Foods. Like Whole Foods is a
it's-
great
I'm like
place.
halfway done with it.
I
H2
know, I'm really
H2ops.com.
happy with this because my original thought and what I originally wanted to have was Liquid Death, which
The
is,
water.
It's a sparkling water. It doesn't have the hop flavor, but the feel, the mouth feel of it is exactly like beer. Like it's
Yeah.
carbonated differently.
Whoa.
I can't explain it, but you can chug it and it's so.
You know what?
And it's
They
so
didn't have
badass looking.
Like a
too.
mellow-
I've seen it on
Badass. It's
Facebook.
metal.
Like a mellow carbonation.
This is
Yeah, it's
really
mellow
good, you guys. Like this was a really good choice.
This-
H2 hops.
Oh, I can
like
drink
this.
all of
I
this.
like this better.
I'm almost done with
Wait
it.
for it. Wait for it. This is how I know it's good. That was that good. That was Tank
No,
Girl.
I'm gonna drink all.
That was
Oh
her
my God,
again.
I'm drinking all of this. Yeah.
There's
Oh
her
my
again. She really like, dude. There's our rating system for this. I did 1 giant belch, and Tank Girl's got 4 burps, 5 burps. Her rating keeps going up.
Oh my god, I can't.
I did a
stop
monster burp.
He did a monster burp. I heard it.
This
This
was
is
a very
good.
good choice. I did
I
enjoy
had to go
this.
to-
Like this would be just something to.
I had to go to the other end of the ship.
I need to go to Whole Foods and buy more of this.
Yeah.
This is delicious. Like, That was Tank Girl again.
Sorry.
I think that was now 5
You turned
burps
away
and
from
one.
that one.
5 burps and 1 mega
I
burp.
had to turn away from that one.
H-
That one was
H2 hops, you have created a winner here.
No,
Yeah,
this
it's not
one.
good.
This one's really good. I enjoyed this one. Great pick.
All right, let's. So the next one we gotta
Just
try.
let it guess.
This
All
is
right.
the original reds.
The
So yeah,
original.
let's try the original because it's more mild.
Craft ginger
Now,
beer.
now I could have and probably should have. Now that I know that you don't like ginger,
The-
gotten
Oh, no, you-
the
the
original. The original
ori-
is ginger ale.
The
Now
original
the
is
difference
the
between
yellow.
ginger ale and ginger beer is significantly stronger in ginger flavor.
The only time I've had ginger beer is whenever time it was in a Moscow Mule,
Yes, that's
and
what
I
it's
just
known for, yeah.
and I don't like the flavor of it, and but
I'm
you know,
allergic to vodka anyways, but yeah.
how are you allergic to potatoes? How is that possible?
I'm Irish. I love potatoes. I think it's because it's like a travesty. You're not supposed to,
Yeah.
Irish drink whiskey. I don't know.
So it's got
I'm not supposed to drink Jaeger, so
it's got
I get
a
it.
spice
I
level
don't know
on
how
here,
it works out.
and it says the spice level is light.
Okay, well we can try
So
it.
that means
No.
that means
Absolutely like spice.
this next one is
That-
medium.
Okay, like I said,
So where's the heavy?
I've never had that.
The strong spice level
I
reds?
don't
Where
think
is it,
I have.
reds?
I don't think I have had
okay.
it.
Well, like I said, I will always try it. Because I'm
Oh.
always down to try new things,
That's a really
even
great
if it's
attitude to have.
if
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like it. So.
Look, it's got a nice like
Alright.
good.
Oh well, at least it
good little
doesn't smell
smoke
like
out of
ginger.
Like it doesn't tickle your nose when
Hey.
you try to sniff it.
Yeah.
I've had
It,
that
it had
before.
like a good like what is it called? Well, it's not
Fizz.
smoke. No, the smoke that comes out. What is it
Carbonation.
called? Well, I know it's carbonated. I popped it open and it was just
It looks like fog
It was
coming
fog.
out of your
yeah.
yeah.
I had a
know
good
what
one
you
of
Yeah,
those. It was
like-
lingering.
Okay, well,
Like nitro gas or something.
cheers,
like
you
that?
guys.
Yeah, the oxygen, whatever.
Cheers.
Oh. The smell reminds me of sushi. Eating sushi.
mean. Yes.
It smells like sushi. Like not sushi, but like when you have sushi and you get your
have
plate,
the
you
pickled-
smell the
You have
ginger.
the pickled ginger, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying it.
Has a very light flavor.
Look at her in her face. She's no.
I like
No.
the I like
She's gonna hate the next one.
I like
so.
the sweetness, but then the after.
Aftertaste. It's the
Yeah.
aftertaste that got me. The aftertaste just did not taste
And we're
good.
not saying it's not good. It's just not
I
our
am-
It's
preference.
a very
You have to.
acquired.
It's acquired taste.
I don't even eat sushi or ginger with my sushi.
Um,
So like this reminding me of it and eating it. And you know it's
olfactory memory or something.
something.
Whoever wants this can have mine.
When
because
I
will
when I
not
was
drink it.
I'm
What
gonna
up?
go ahead.
when I was little, I used to love ginger ale. And then just one day I just hated ginger.
Yeah.
It's kind of like olives. When I was little, I loved olives, and now I hate them.
Olives are disgusting.
What
I've always hated
Doctor?
olives.
I'm gonna rate this as at one other end of the ship burp. The hot water gave me 2 other end of the ship burps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite so far. And honestly, I don't really like the original. I mean, it's not that I don't like the original. I don't like the original because I do like the really, really strong ginger
hmm
flavor. So
Well, like
it's kind of meh for me as well. I'm like,
well,
it's okay.
Well, the thing is I think there are people who like ginger, and then there are people who don't like ginger.
Loathe ginger.
And I'm someone who really, really likes ginger. And I have to keep that in mind because I have a lot of friends that don't. I have to really
Well-
I'm gonna consider it.
You heard it, nerd. She likes ginger.
She's probably the same way with cilantro.
So you like the Weasleys?
True.
So I like what?
You like the Weasleys because you like ginger.
Blasphemous. Do you want this?
Gingers are in my family, actually. My mom and my brother.
Blasphemous. Do you want
I'm
the
angry.
spicy
I
taste?
had to dye my hair red because I wanted to fit it.
So my mom is ginger, my sister is ginger, and I would dye my hair red,
Yep.
but then I'd just be like,
Ginger envy.
then I'd be like, fuck it, I'm dyeing it purple, which I did for 3 years.
What were you saying, Doctor?
I have a spicy take from the doctor.
A spicy take.
Oh, spicy.
I want to live in ginger.
You want to just like slather yourself in ginger? What does that mean?
No,
I
he
wanna-
wants ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I love that bitch. That dirty bitch.
I mean, yeah, but no.
Actually.
He's like, only if
No, I
Mary
mean-
Ann comes
I-
too.
No, I mean actual ginger. I want to bathe in ginger.
Really?
I love ginger.
I'm pretty sure there's some place in Vegas we can actually get that done.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
there's a spot somewhere.
Somewhere.
This exists.
If you go to Summerlin somewhere, you can
I mean,
request
if
bathing
you
in
can
ginger.
have
Don't you
sushi be
fucking
put
kink
on
shame me.
you, then
Yes.
I think you can have
Seaweed
ginger.
wraps? Yeah.
No,
Well,
we're talking. We're
actual
talking.
sushi.
No, you go to
like-
sushi bars and you actually eat sushi off of naked women's bodies.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a very Vegas thing.
Right? That is a
Sounds
very Vegas
appropriate.
thing.
I don't know why I would even ask. It just makes
You're
so
in-
much sense.
I don't know where, but
well,
I've never seen that Alfred
sad-
at a restaurant.
Well, actually, sadly, that is not appropriate right now because of the COVID.
yeah.
Because
I
the
don't want-
COVID fucked everything up.
Fire.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we should try the next one.
The one that I'm not gonna lie.
I want to see Tank Girl really not like it, and I don't. I'm not gonna really
How
like
about
it
you
either.
like share one since you know you're not gonna finish it?
Oh, this
You
one's
don't
already.
even have
This
to
one's already
it.
open.
This
Oh,
one's
she already
already
opened
open,
it. I already
So-
had
Hand
mine
me that one.
open.
Yeah. And
Here, there we go.
So I
Yeah, I
have
haven't opened mine yet.
I have a bitter beer face, and
Oh.
This is gonna be fun.
When we actually can find some cameras in the Nerdverse, it'll be
Do I open
live.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, well,
Well,
come
the good
on.
thing is, even though this is heavier in ginger,
smell it
the
already,
s- to me the smell smells the same.
You
But
just
here,
asked me. Wow.
here you go, Tank Girl. Tank Girl, you try first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Do
just wanna
it.
watch her first.
Do it. Remember to tighten your torso like you're about to get punched in the stomach.
I gotta push my
Do it, do it,
belly.
do it, do it, do
I
it.
gotta push my belly button in.
I'm talking about the trainer. That's what he gets up saying. Oh, there's the face.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh my
The
god.
bravest.
Oh my god, it
Brave.
burns my mouth.
Oh no. Water. Oh dear.
Hashtag brave.
Oh my god, that was better than when we had really harsh beers. It's my turn now. I'm gonna
Who
wait till
said
she's
non-alcoholic
can't be
drink
fun.
can't be fun?
It's the spice of the ginger.
Oh man.
Don't feel bad. This is the best part of this part.
No, it is. Wow.
They
Hey,
make fun of me all the time. so
The
don't
good
worry
thing
about
is at least the ginger will make you where you're not nauseous,
There you go.
right?
Oh, I'm nauseous 24/7.
It is. But I'm gonna try this now. Is it okay, Tank Girl? What are you doing?
I'm
like-
chugging
Putting
it.
my mouth in ice
This is
water.
my favorite. I
She's
love
like
this stuff.
got the whole cup just buried in her face.
Oh no.
This is great.
She's breathing into it.
It's that spicy.
Oh jeez.
This is the freaking medium.
Drink your hops thing. Maybe that'll.
She can't do spice very well either.
Maybe the bubbles from. The,
Yeah, do the hop water.
yeah, maybe that'll-
Let's see what it looks like.
Get a different
maybe
flavor in
maybe
your
it
mouth, at
sucks
least.
worse.
Oh yeah.
She's like that hop
Yeah,
water is
God.
what did it. I still have yet to try this because damn.
Aren't you glad that we tried that first so that you didn't have to like have any lingering?
So if you don't like ginger, don't drink it. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Do I have to try this now?
Yes, you do.
Like-
if I have to do it, you have
I don't
I'm
know.
over here chugging it, so.
I don't know if I want to put this in my mouth.
to put it in your mouth. God damn it.
Well, because since you asked, it's going in. Woo!
Oh, that's a scrunched, blasphemous face.
I told you.
Woo!
That's
That
Pinch
is
in the face, huh?
that is
that's
that
a
is
spicy.
strong.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, so I better never hear anybody dissing on non-alcoholic beverages because this'll kick you in the dick.
Yes.
I did not like that one bit.
I didn't get anything burning in my mouth. But
You need to bring more of this.
Okay.
This is for people who like a challenge.
like, yeah, I didn't get my mouth burning like Tank Girl, but damn, that hit me, and I was just like the face, like oof. I put hair on your nipples.
You already have hair on your nipples.
Well, now it's twice as bad.
Now it's twice as long. Can I braid it now?
Oh
Well-
man.
Well, you guys know Dr. Cheese's stomach lining can basically destroy anything. So I subsisted on solely ghost peppers for like years and
Sorry, I just
decades and millennia.
Oh, I gave it one burp.
I just got the chills. To me, that was like a -20. That was like a negative 20.
She got a erect nipples rating. Ah!
That's not funny.
Oh, I was just saying because when you eat something so bad, well, we're not bad. It's not bad. It's not our cup of tea that it's just like
It's spicy. It's
ding
spicy.
ding, turkey's
Well,
done.
I think that's why I don't like ginger, because of the spices. And now I'm a chef, so I've cooked with ginger, but every time I've cooked with ginger, I did not like it.
It's
It's an acquired taste.
definitely a very
Penny Lane loves ginger, so she probably would like this shit. But also, she doesn't like anything that's not alcoholic.
I'd rate
she
this.
can mix it.
She's a lush.
She can use it as a mixer.
She's a lush. She can mix it with her vodka.
I'd rate this
'Cause she's
ginger
nasty.
beer at, I'd say about 4 Thai spice.
4 Thai spice.
Yeah.
4 Thai sticks.
No,
that's-
not. No. Yeah, you ain't gonna get that from this.
Oh, Jesus.
Although I
He's
Although I
a
know.
sober doctor.
although I know a guy. No, I don't. I don't know a guy.
Nobody has a guy for that.
No,
Okay,
nobody.
We're too old for that.
Dude, we are pretty getting up there. We are getting up there.
Back in the day.
Back in my day, we had a guy for everything.
For absolutely.
Well, usually after we drink some beers, we have to say that we need to pour one out for the homies. I only know of one person right now. I think there was a couple more, but I got this one because this one but was a person who affected one of my favorite comic book characters. And it's a writer and editor for Batman. that passed
Recently
away.
died, huh?
Writer Denny O'Neil dies at 81.
Yeah, that was sad.
Unfortunate.
He wrote Detective Batman, the main title, Detective Comics, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, in addition to serving as an editor for DC's Batman-related comic books from 1986 until year 2000. So, we've seen his work. He
We certainly
also
have.
helped bring Batman back to his original persona after the 1960s. So basically, we had our Adam West, goofy Batman, surfing on the board, doing the swim.
Adam West
Yeah.
Batman.
The greatest Batman, one of the greatest Batman ever. But
Unexpected
he-
success.
he brought it back to Let's Be Gritty,
Yeah.
the dark Batman we all love.
Yeah, the guy
We love
that used to
campy
shoot
Batman,
people.
but
Yeah.
we love dark Batman.
Campy Batman's always
I even
good.
love Lego Batman. Lego Batman's great.
Oh my god, it was. isn't
Will
it
Arnett is
Will
a
Arnett?
great Batman.
What was it?
Oh, Will
Golden
Arnett's
Age
a
Batman that was the one that like would kill people.
The original Batman shot people with guns,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely recall something.
and
along
then
those
they
lines.
basically wrote it and said, he really doesn't need the guns.
Well, that's because the
The comic.
the
code.
Comic Code Authority.
Oh, dude, Joker used to kill people. He still technically did afterwards because Jason Todd got whacked with a crowbar until he died and blown up.
Yeah, but there was a period where he would steal pies and call that a boner.
There was a lot of stuff in the old comics. That's why the code came around to say you can't do that. It's a little too racy.
Well, they were okay with boners because they would that's what they would call like heists and stuff.
Right?
I
Because-
have a pour one out.
Okay, give me 1 second. He brought him back to be the gritty Batman we all love now. He was born in 1939. Ooh. And he began his career in comics in the early 60s as Stan Lee's assistant at Marvel.
Wow.
And then he worked at Charlton Comics before he was hired in DC Comics in 1968. We got a oldie but a goodie right here. So he's done... Oh, here you go. He was credited with creating supervillains. Ra's al Ghul,
Nice.
Talia al Ghul.
Nice.
Ooh.
I don't know who Richard Dragon is. Sometimes I don't remember names. As well as characters of Leslie Tompkins, who helps Batman, and Azrael.
Ah.
Oh.
Basically anti-Batman.
Yep. Azrael.
Yeah.
And then they ended up helping. He was also very instrumental in the writing of Jason Todd's death.
Oh wow.
Jason Todd's death was very brutal, and I felt so bad. Right.
Yeah,
Death in the family.
they did that because like Jason Todd was hated by comic
Everybody.
book viewers.
So hated that in that comic book, before he dies,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't write if he dies. They had a phone number, a 1-900 number at the back of the comic. I have the comic with it there. Call us and tell us if you want him to die or not. The fans voted him to die.
What?
Because they hated his Robin so bad.
But from that came one of the greatest storylines.
Under the Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Under the Red Hood is...
the new Red Hood shows up and Batman has no idea who he is.
Yeah, and he's great.
And all of a sudden he demasks him. You're my Robin. Or he takes his mask off and you're Jason Todd. You're my Robin. You know, I loved you. Well, you didn't kill the Joker because he killed me.
Yeah, they straight up address one of the long time questions people had about Joker, and he says, why, if you loved me, why did you let this death-worshipping son of a bitch kill me and then not kill him?
Right? It's crazy. So the fans hated that character so much because he was considered a very whiny Robin.
Yeah.
Like he complained about everything. That's the writer's fault, not the character.
But
hey, like I said, after that we got Tim Drake, and Tim Drake was technically the most badass Robin. Do you know why?
No.
Tim Drake's the only motherfucker to go up to Batman and say, I'm gonna be Robin. He straight up, I'm smart, I know who you are, I'm gonna be Robin.
Isn't he the one that also, like...
He was the only one that said, I'm not your partner, I work with you. Or I'm your partner, not your sidekick.
Oh, yeah.
I work with you.
Oh, yeah, Jason
I don't know,
Todd's
I
the
think
one that
Damian
stole
Wayne's
his
pretty
tires, right?
badass.
Yeah, Damian's badass, but that's a whole different type of story.
That is true.
Tim Drake was, I'm super smart, I can make whatever the hell I want. I know who you are, I'm gonna be your partner, Robin.
But then again, Tim Drake did get captured by Joker and Harley, and he had
Eventually. That's in the animated
Animated
universe. But he did all that. He was the only Robin to not have a sad backstory.
Oh.
His parents are alive.
Yeah, even Bruce Wayne's son has a sad backstory.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Damian and all that. Well, he was trained to kill people since he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by Talia al Ghul.
And Roz. Roz, his grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Grandfather always taught me to never hesitate.
So basically, he gets sent to meet his dad by his mother from the League of Shadows.
Because she
meets him. He basically says, I'm Batman. And he becomes his Robin, but he's like, I know better than you, father. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to kill people. And then he's like, no, you're not. He had to teach him how to not kill people. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Tim Drake had none of that. I think at one time they tried to kill his parents, but I don't think it happened.
It brings me back to like when we watched Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War, and he went back to the League of Assassins, and
they asked for their help, didn't they?
Yeah, they asked for his help, and he didn't want anything to do with them because he knew his father was brainwashed and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it just brings you back like how he went through this journey where he decided, to not kill people. And then all of a sudden, this shit happens, and now he's back to the League, and it's like, screw it, I'm gonna kill every motherfucker who comes around.
Right? Like, he went crazy. So.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Dick Grayson went crazy.
No, yeah, I know that. I meant like crazy as in I'm gonna take it out on everybody. It was kind of cool seeing him and Raven become a thing.
I loved that.
But
I thought it was a good story.
But back to Denny O'Neil. Not only did he work at DC, he came back in the 80s and worked for Marvel again and did Amazing Spider-Man, Iron Man, Daredevil, and then back to DC in 86 for Batman. Obviously, that's when the next iteration of a movie Batman showed up, was in the 80s. So 89, I think, was Batman.
Michael Keaton.
So he was around when things started changing back to the gritty. And he also worked on Green Arrow and The Question. And he did TV shows. He wrote TV shows for Logan's Run, Superboy, Batman the Animated Series, G.I. Joe, the cartoon, and he wrote comics up until a long time, So it's sad to see that he passed.
Yeah.
Tank Girl, you said you had another one?
I do. So it is a song that everybody knows. And everybody, even though you hear it, you don't want to admit it, but you start singing it. Bonnie Pointer, the founder of the Pointer Sisters, the one band that said, "I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it." She died at 69 2 days ago on June 11th.
Oh my gosh, that's too young.
It is, and she was the founding member of the Pointer Sisters. And I remember singing that song in my living room when I was 6. It's like, woohoo! And I know it's like, it's music, but, you know, the Pointer Sisters did do a lot of things for, you know, black women in the 60s and everything. They paved a way, and it was very heartbreaking to hear that she passed away so young. So that's my pour one out for the homies. So
yeah, remember, they may be gone, but they always live on in anything they gave us.
Well, yeah, because I'm so excited it's going to be sang by every fucking drag queen for the rest of their lives.
For the rest of eternity.
The rest of eternity.
It's along with It's Raining Man.
Hallelujah.
Both those songs
Hold on, wait.
forever.
What Chandela says, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Oh my god, I love Chandela. She's one of my favorite drag queens besides Bob.
Doctor, do you have anything to talk about? Okay, I heard that you, Artemedium, wants to talk about a show that's on Netflix.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to talk about Midnight Gospel.
Oh, I watched a couple episodes. It was a really good show.
Yeah. It's like,
It was.
It is the newest rage in the occult community. It's pretty funny.
I think
actually
it's
how
awesome.
many people have commented on it.
When I saw the preview for it, I kind of was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And I watched it, and it wasn't nothing. It was like the preview, but not really.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as, like, crazy as the preview makes it look like it is.
It reminded me of Brad Neely's when I saw the preview for it, and I was like, okay, all right, I can get behind this.
Yeah, the monkey's here if you hear her in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what is it? It says that it's basically a podcast turned
Yeah.
into a cartoon.
So basically, yeah, it's the roots of it is Pendleton Ward. He's the guy who did Adventure Time.
Yeah.
He's apparently a huge fan of Duncan Trussell, Trussell. I don't know how to say his name. Obviously, I didn't listen to his podcast. But he's a comedian, and he had a fairly popular podcast. And Pendleton Ward, he heard it, and he was a big fan, and he really was inspired by it, and he was inspired to do like an adult Adventure Time type thing. They ended up collaborating, and this is like what birthed from that.
Huh.
And it's surprisingly deep. It's not like at first glance you're thinking it's like a, you know, because it came out around 4/20
Yeah.
you know, on Netflix, and it really rang, kind of had this feel of like, oh, it's just another bizarre stoner cartoon, right? And there is definitely some flavor of like, oh gosh, what's that show? Super Jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much got a lot of that.
It's got a lot of
very
bright,
weird
dark,
and
super weird colors and things like that.
Yeah, you know, dark kind of
Dark humor.
subject matter, yeah, dark humor, lots of violence.
stuff you don't expect cartoons to do.
Like
Right.
ultra-violent psychedelics.
It's good. I think the best way I can describe it is if you were to take Adventure Time and mix it with Waking Life.
Okay.
It's very much like the movie Waking Life, and it's just like hearing people talk about really deep subjects and like, you know, loss and death and psychology and, well, magic at one point. I don't want to give too much away. Like, I don't know, like, how much do I get into how cool this...
You're good.
It's
I
like
mean,
it's an 8-episode thing, and I hope at some point they decide to do another season.
I just think it's cool because he lives in like a society that's very like it's technologically advanced because you have a simulator that actually takes him to different universes that he does.
Right.
I think it's
right.
kind of funny because it looks like a vagina to me that he puts his head into.
It's
I
funny
don't
because
know how far you guys got into it, but at some point you have to like
I've never seen it.
slather.
You would like
They
it.
have to slather a gel all over this vagina-looking thing in order for.
And he just sticks his head in, and then he gets transported to another universe.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you have to stick the head in.
Right. I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Innuendo.
very very sexual innuendo things in there.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Just a ton. But
it
there's
gets deep, like it, and we were talking about this the other day, and like I don't want to like give too much away as to how deep it goes, but it gets personal, and you can tell like certain parts of this that like these people are like his friends, and so they forget like his name is supposed to be Clancy, and they call him Duncan every once in a while. So there's this flavor of realness to it that kind of correlates with a lot of his own life, and that just brings like this new layer of depth to it. You get into this show, and you don't realize how it's kind of like BoJack Horseman in that sense. You know what I mean? You get into it, and first you're like, yeah, this is just another stupid thing I can watch when I'm high or whatever, watching
or
some
bored.
cartoon or bored or whatnot, and then you get into it and you're like, wow, this is really deep. This stuff makes me think.
It does.
I
mean, he does ask pretty deep questions,
but
with the people in the
they're
universes
all really
he goes to.
super introspective and like knowledgeable. And they talk about like the Death Industrial Complex at one point.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is a cool cartoon.
This cartoon also like it has like this I don't know, this ironic attitude to where it's just kind of ironically slapdash, right?
So like there's definitely a humor to it that's very.
They explain the machine that they go into through him ranting about his sister calling him irresponsible.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that a lot of that is Duncan's humor is being. You can really see the collaboration in like the writing, because they put a little bit of I don't want to say immaturity, but like his humorous ness, his youthfulness. Yeah, he's got a very certain kind of sense of humor, and that you can see that in the way that the rest of the show was written.
Yeah.
Like the plot around the actual podcast.
I've watched 2 episodes.
I
got to the clown.
All the way to the end.
I got to Clown World.
Yeah, that one was freaky.
Yeah, that
freaky.
one was.
The first one was cool.
Creepy.
It was like a zombie-ridden world.
Yeah.
Well, the clowns are like at the middle of it. You find out they're like a virus or some shit.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Thanks for ruining it. I've never even seen it.
Oh, you won't. It's
only second
It's
episode.
so bizarre.
Yeah, that's a minor
That episode,
detail.
I was like, I need to stop right now. I'm gonna go back to this later, but it was good still. Like.
I'm gonna go back to this once I've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah, so definitely check out Midnight Gospel if you haven't on Netflix.
Well, even if you're like not necessarily into esoterics or anything like that, like they talk about just a wide variety of very interesting subjects, and it's worth a watch.
It's worth it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it seems like you said, it seems like it's kind of like a brain dead cartoon, and then all of a sudden it's not.
Yeah, right. It's like
very intelligent.
That's some unexpected, neural stimulation right there.
So it's basically a deep brain dead cartoon, is what.
Yeah, a deep brain dead.
Well,
That's cool.
I think there are some episodes that you can watch in lightheartedly, but like some of them force you. Like it'll ruin your high if you try to just watch that. There's some stuff that takes some processing. At least that was my experience with it.
Well, it's like when you first watch Super Jail, you got to take a break between the first couple episodes and the next one that you take in, because it's pretty rough. It's pretty jarring.
I remember your reaction to it when I told you about it, and he watched it. He was like, "Wow,"
Yeah.
or something. I don't remember exactly what you said. But
I was like, "Holy crap!"
It's a good show. Yeah, so check it out. Also, I think we have time for this. They're gonna remake, or not remake. They're making a Labyrinth sequel.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, heard about that.
With a Jareth.
Yeah.
That's the part. Okay.
That's the one we're not
I don't.
We don't know how that's gonna happen. But
Tilda Swinton.
no, that was one. Okay, we're not to that yet. Okay, so the person who is directing it is the guy who did Doctor Strange.
Right.
The movie Doctor Strange. So he had the weird in that movie. That was pretty good.
It's not the worst.
I don't think he's going to be a
choice.
bad decision for that.
Yeah.
But it's our casting. What are we going to do? With the Jareth.
The Jareth part is what
situation.
concerns me. Period. As soon as I heard that,
No one
I
can
was like,
beat
wait,
David Bowie.
How are you going to even attempt to do that?
Right.
How?
What if you take Jareth in a different direction? Maybe make him sort of like the Doctor, where there are different representations of him for different time periods.
Whatever. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like it. That's trying too hard.
It's going to be weird. I've heard other podcasters talking about this, like Kevin Smith. He said, "What about Jermaine from Planet Conquerors because he did
That's true.
he does a Bowie,
And he's a huge Bowie fan.
yeah, he does a Bowie, and then
1980s David Bowie.
right, and then
That's such a good
his
series.
partner Mark Bernardin suggested why not try putting the girl from the original whose brother got taken away
Jennifer
and make
Coolidge.
her the bad guy. I was like, that would be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know if that would work.
it would be a different character.
Yeah, it'd be a
And
different character.
I like that.
You would have to.
Create a new villain. That's fine.
Yeah, or
But
maybe
don't-
she
don't try to
masquerades.
redo-
But maybe she masquerades as Jareth, and then at the end,
Okay,
oh no,
I'll buy
I'm
that.
not that.
I'll buy that. That's a stretch I could tolerate.
Right,
Yeah.
it's something
Yeah.
that if you're gonna have a Jareth, you want to know at the very end that it's not really him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
The
I-
Goblin King.
Well-
Because otherwise you're gonna just piss off such a huge.
Oh, dude.
Well,
fan base.
I
People
feel like
are
if you're gonna
scared
have
about
Jareth,
this.
and you feel like there's nobody that can do David Bowie, I think that you should just steer into that tragedy there, because you can make a Jareth that's played by Terry Crews.
Heck yeah!
I would
I don't
see
know
that
if I
Jareth.
need that much muscles in Labyrinth.
No.
I would pay to see Terry Crews in
Or he could be
that
Ludo.
role.
He can be a version of Ludo.
He said, "What's up, guys? I'm Ludo." Ludo flexing his muscles. That'd be funny.
Friend.
I just want to know. A lot of times when they remake movies that are like musicals, they tend to not make them musicals when they're sequels.
There's
Yeah.
only like 3 songs.
But it's to me,
in-
it's still like
yeah.
it's a Jim Henson musical to me. you
Yeah,
know?
but
even though it's not full of
I think
music.
the fact that they're even taking this on, it's such a huge responsibility, and
Yeah.
If you
and
fuck
it's gonna
up-
be scary no matter who's doing it, and
Yeah.
especially if it's not like a surefire, like 100%. Oh my gosh, I know for a fact this person's gonna do an amazing job with it.
Yeah.
I think everyone's a little bit like concerned.
Mhm.
Well,
and then they had Tilda Swinton wanting to be Jareth.
Well, the thing is you shouldn't
I
want
love
to
Tilda
make
Swinton, but this-
you don't want to make a sequel to a movie that is a classic, and especially if it's a Jim Henson classic. Regardless, the new Dark Crystal series on Netflix,
Yes.
that was smart because Jim Henson's son
Mhm.
was a part of that project, which
Yeah.
you know that was really good, and that was a good transition into a sequel or a prequel or whatever
Right.
it is. But with Labyrinth, you just can't replace David Bowie. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Well, and
and
his music was such a part of the original movie. Like, who are you going to get that is on par with that and
Yeah.
use
Right.
their music? Because I'm assuming you're going to want
and
someone who can
he's
sing.
he just took the character so to a level that no one can reach.
No.
Like, you have to have a pretty high standard.
It's like
He
having
embodied the character.
it's like having a
he was
having
Jareth,
like
the
a
Goblin King.
huge band and then the vocalist dying and then keep going.
Look,
It doesn't
yeah,
work.
exactly.
Even though it doesn't really technically work.
well, all I'm saying is, if you're going into this expecting that there's going to be someone that can fill David Bowie's shoes, you're going to be disappointed.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
If you go into this thinking this is an entirely new Jareth with a new storyline, new backstory, then you may not be as disappointed.
Yeah, but
Or
I think it's all in the hands of the writers at this point, because that is ultimately
The
what's
writers-
going to make it or break it.
the writers. I was just about to say
Yeah.
that. God, get out of my head. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Medium.
Writers, they will make or break this whole entire movie. It's
Yeah.
like with Justice League. It sucked because the writers and the cuts, but now it's going to be better because what's his name?
Snyder.
Snyder is
Snyder's
going
back.
to release his version of it, which is going to be so much better.
Yeah.
Writers make or break movies.
It's directors.
And
too.
directors too.
Well, yeah.
Gotta get
I think the only way to get this to work better than a sequel, because I feel like if they don't, like you said, if they don't do it right, the sequel's gonna bomb.
Mhm.
The only way I think you can pull off having a new Jareth is to have a prequel where he's younger.
That's true.
How did
And
he
you can have
become the
somebody
Goblin
else.
Before
King?
and
in-
before he's as magical.
Like,
Yes, you
Yeah.
can have him as somebody else.
How did he become the Goblin King?
Right?
That would be. Oh, I would like to see that.
Also, another way this will be
That's-
ruined for me is if they use a lot more. Use CGI. You need to use
Puppetry.
Puppetry.
Yeah. Yeah,
you
that's
do need to use practical
I was
effects.
just thinking
Yeah.
that.
Because that's what made it
That's what was so beautiful about the original movie.
Even the weird parts were all puppets. It's not
Yeah.
no
All of
CGI.
it.
It
Mhm.
Well,
was
yeah,
green
you can't-
screen and puppets.
Yeah.
You can't do
those
a Henson.
eyeballs
Yeah.
in the moss. Have you seen
Oh, yeah.
like the making of? Oh my
Or the
gosh.
hand,
So impressive.
the hands
hands.
making the faces.
Oh.
That was amazing.
Oh no!
Yeah,
what,
you
what were
you
the
definitely
creatures who
can't-
kicked each other's heads off? I liked those.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
can
do
see
a
the
Henson
green
film
screen and
without doing
love the making of.
straight up just practical effects. You need to do those practical effects
Yeah.
to
And
to
it's
do
Jim
any
Henson too.
justice.
So
It's not going to feel right if you don't have practical
No,
effects.
Correct,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, and that's like what you were saying about the crystal,
Dark
the
crystal.
dark crystal. They did that. They
use the puppetry.
used it. It
yeah.
had the same classic.
the same feel, the same. What was great?
It's got to be the same
is
universe. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Blasphemous has never seen Dark Crystal, and I showed.
Never did.
And he
Until
saw
now.
it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How old
but
are you? How do you get to this stage without seeing dark crystal?
Well, I need that.
Never
I need
watched
to
that
see
you
that
know,
new
you know what's
series.
crazy is like it used to freak me out as a kid, and then I watched it with
Yeah,
you
it's
know
totally different as an adult.
This was me as a kid. It's Jim Henson. Okay, where are the Muppets? Oh, those aren't Muppets. I'm not going to watch that.
Right.
So I wanted to see Kermit, Miss
Right.
Piggy, and all the
Understandable.
classics, you know.
Yeah.
So I watched all of those movies.
Of course.
But then, you know, I knew about Labyrinth and I knew about Dark Crystal, but
Mm-hmm.
because they weren't them, I had no desire to see them as a kid.
For sure.
So, you know,
I
it's like
would-
when a kid wants a name brand thing, you know. If it's similar, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so Labyrinth technically came out, I think either before I was born or like the year after, somewhere around the time I was born, or something like that. I don't really remember the exact year, but
86.
I remember 86. Okay, well,
Not the year of me. June 27th.
not quite. I'm a little younger than that, but
I'm a
but
little
I
younger than that
remember-
too.
Y'all youngins.
I remember really getting into that one because it does, I think as a girl especially, it draws you in. It's that coming of age story kind of thing, and it's easy to get all fandom-y about it because it's like, oh,
You know what's great
you know.
is like because of Labyrinth and because of Sarah, like I want to run down the hallway in this
In that gorgeous
beautiful
dress.
gown and just like if I don't do that once in my lifetime, I'm gonna be so mad.
all in slow motion too,
Yeah,
with the wind all
oh.
like, yeah.
And then she has like her hair all done big 80s style with all the stuff in it. And it's like crystals.
Yeah, pretty little crystals and flowers in her hair. Like, I think every little girl's dream, she was like a princess, but she was like this adventurous princess in our mind. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Fun fact, when I was in high school for a theater program that I was in, I actually did her monologue when she talks to Toby and how she wants the Goblin King to come and take her away. And I did that whole monologue for a school project, and
That's
it was
awesome.
really fun. Like I got an A on it too, so I was like, woohoo!
Do you want to know a fun fact about Labyrinth
Yes.
Yes.
and how it ties into Dark Crystal?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid who
great.
played Toby actually worked on the Dark Crystal.
Oh no,
He's
you
a
told me
character-
that.
He was someone's son or something like
He's
that.
a character
yeah.
designer.
Yeah, no, you told me about that. Yeah.
Like he worked on not only that, he worked on Paranorman, Chronicles of Narnia, The Box Trolls, Kubo and the Two Strings, The Missing Link,
Two Strings was a good one.
and he's doing the new Dark Crystal.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
the dude.
Started with Jim Henson and is just
Another fun
staying
thing.
in there.
Another fun thing is Toby's name in real life is Toby.
Well, I think
Wow.
what they do is with babies, they try to keep them with their names similar
Yeah.
to like certain situations, but
What I mean, I was just kind of vaguely listening in because I watched this not too long ago. My parents have a version, you know, like the extras on the DVD sort of thing. And it
Special
was doing-
features.
Yeah, special features, right? And it was talking about like the making of Labyrinth, and I guess it was someone who was already working on the movie. It was their kid.
oh nice.
Yeah, and it was interesting because I guess apparently the kid just happened to look exactly like the sketches that the artist designed.
I loved the
It
onesie.
was just like they were like, okay, this is the kid we have
Yeah.
to use.
I
right
loved
here.
the onesie. I thought
I know, the
onesie.
stripes.
Yeah.
He seems pretty
And
like a pretty interesting
He's the
guy
kid.
too.
He's the kid who David Bowie sang to and was held by.
Right.
You know how
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my god, I was held by David Bowie and he serenaded me. He told me to
Like,
dance
best
magic
kid
dance.
ever.
Like, oh.
He is definitely a fellow nerd. From what IMDb is telling me, he studied filmmaking. He designs puppets.
Nice.
He does stilts.
That's so cool.
Oh wow.
He juggles fire.
Oh my gosh.
He also apprenticed in New Zealand on the set of Lord of the Rings
Nice.
films. Apprenticed at the Muppets
This is
Workshop
cool.
in New York City.
Oh yeah.
He should be our friend.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
I want to see him juggling fire.
He
Right?
performed some effects for the live television Scissor Sisters concert too. So this guy is all over the board. He seems pretty cool,
Wow, what a life to have.
right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, well, that's all I have for tonight. I don't know if anybody. Oh, Tank Girl! Like every episode,
Oh.
we've got the one-liner.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I'm every week.
I'm
so
braced.
ready for this.
Okay.
Brace it.
Lasagna is just spaghetti flavored cake.
Nice. I love spaghetti flavored
I
cake.
love it. That's awesome.
That's a good
Wow.
That was your one-liner.
one. Wow.
Wow. Wee.
Wowie zowie. Whoa. Well, that's all we have for tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Blasphemous,
Tank Girl.
Dr. Cheese.
and our special guest,
Artemedium.
Dr. Cheese. You need to send this lady back to where she came from.
I must return.
That's true.
She's missing home.
Okay, is there anything we forgot on the way? You've got your charger, you've got your spatial
Got my-
transmogrifier.
I got my quantum manipulator. I think
Okay.
the sonic
The sonic screwdriver. She has that.
Okay. Okay, well, let me go ahead and modulate this for a few seconds.
Let's say bye to her.
So long,
Bye.
everyone. Nice meeting you all.
We'll see you hopefully again soon.
Yes.
Alright. Bye.
Ignition.
Au revoir.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Night night.